I found it.
Okay. Okay, we're finally live. Of course, y'all like can't see our laptop, but we just spent probably a solid 60 seconds staring at the screen as it says going live, going live, going live, going live. And I was having a small panic that it wasn't going to work, despite the fact that we have decent internet out here. So
maybe YouTube's clocks are a bit slow.
Maybe YouTube is like, you cannot go live until exactly 7:01 when you scheduled your live stream for 7. I'm like, I don't know. Hi, Terry. Hi, Overflow. Thank you guys for joining us. This was another last minute live stream decision because I just posted the article on Wizards Unite Hub about Community Day on December 14th. And hi, Cooper. Thanks for joining. Kind of like with my live stream, our live stream for the Brilliant event, I basically don't have time to film and edit a video. We celebrate Christmas. I know not everybody does, but we do. And that means the entire month of December is incredibly busy. Also, fun fact, as an American having to deal with a really crappy health insurance like situation, I'm trying to get in as many medical appointments and tests done before it starts over in January. So I had a test. Oh, thank you, Overflow. Our first live stream was unboxing our advent calendar.
Yes, if you want to know what's actually in all of it, or
yes, if you want to be spoiled, we like talked for an hour and a half and unboxed our calendar about a month ago. But yeah, so this morning I had an MRE with contrast, which is basically an MRI, but it's not imaging, it's like anthorography or something. It's an awful procedure, so I still feel kind of sick to my stomach. And then I had to go to my doctor and get lab work done. So I got stabbed with 2 needles today, feeling super great. But this is basically what life is like when you have Crohn's disease. And then I came home and wrote an article for Wizards Unite Hub. So y'all are welcome. Hi, Legends, welcome. Hi, Wonder Woman, welcome. Anyway, so we're going to just like quickly go over the details for Community Day, and then we're going to share advice. And yeah, like basically all of this is already in my article that I wrote on Wizards Unite Hub, if you would like it in a more organized fashion. But I do like talking to y'all directly, in addition to writing things out. So that's.
And I'm here too.
And Dan is here for moral support, and kids, he's so cute. I mean, look, he's so video. Okay, it's photogenic. Is it videogenic too?
Sure.
I don't know. He's videogenic. He's super cute on camera. So, thank you, Cooper and Wonder Woman. Yeah, it's just I have to get an MRE basically every 6 months because I have a stricture in my small intestine, which means it's a narrowing, and a colonoscopy does not show if my stricture is better because the scope can't go through the stricture because the stricture is too narrow. And yes, as y'all are quickly learning, live streams with Brita sometimes includes you learning a lot about what Crohn's disease is, because I am very honest about it, and I want people to know that it is a part of my life. You know, I'm not just a Harry Potter fan. I'm a person with a chronic illness. So let me pull up my article. Okay. Y'all, so the first kind of bummer about Community Day is that it's going to overlap with Pokemon Go's Community Day. It is December 14th. It is 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. local time. That is definitely in the weekend of the Pokemon Go like Community Day weekend. Do you remember what time the extra bonuses are in Pokemon Go?
No, but I can look it up.
He's going to look it up. So we are going to be in Biltmore that weekend. That's going to be our kind of romantic thing to do ourselves before we spend the rest of the holidays with family. And luckily, Biltmore is great for playing Wizards Unite and Pokemon Go. So we'll be able to play both, but I put a Vulpix in the gym for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe I shouldn't have said that on camera, but I occasionally log into his account on my phone.
I mean, you do have 2 phones.
I do have 2 phones, but I did just use one phone.
So for those people who can dual wield during Community Day.
So when is, okay, he is looking up Thank You Legends. I try not to focus on it, but having tests just sucks. So you just kind of have to get through it. Luckily, I have fun stuff like Harry Potter to distract me. He's looking up the bonuses to figure out if
Community Day is all weekend for Pokemon.
So Pokemon Go Community Day is all weekend. It's December 14th and 15th. And then obviously Wizards Unite is just the 3 hours on Saturday the 14th from 11 to 2. And we're trying to figure out if the extra bonuses are at the same time.
The extra bonuses are from 11 to 2 local time.
Okay, so yeah, the extra bonuses in Pokemon Go are 11 to 2 at the same time on December 14th, Saturday. So this sounds like a great opportunity to buy yourself a second phone. Or like borrow someone's phone who doesn't play, and then just have like Wizards Unite on one phone and Pokemon Go on the other.
I will say that some of the bonuses for Pokemon Go are half egg hatch distance, so you can just drop the eggs in an incubator at the start of the time, and then you'll still get the bonus
from the adventure
and walking from the adventure thing.
Yeah, so. Which that's a great segue because guess what? That's also one of the bonuses in Wizards Unite. The Portkey portmanteaus are going to have half walking distance, which is awesome. And they're going to be special event Portkey portmanteaus that are just 1 kilometer. So that means like during the event, they're half a kilometer. So yeah, we'll probably have our little, whatchamacallit? The Go Plus. Yeah, we'll have our little Go Pluses out, and I actually have 2 phones now, so I literally have Pokemon Go on one phone and Wizards Unite on the other.
Unfortunately, we only have cell data service on 3 of the phones, so my old phone will not be able to play.
Biltmore had Wi-Fi, didn't it?
Oh, Biltmore does have
Biltmore has Wi-Fi, so we will both be playing with 2 phones. At least for 3 hours. We should just like go to the winery and play with 2 phones and drink wine. We are over 21, just to be clear.
We're doing a lot of Expecto Patronum and Pokemon Go and spinning the Pokemon.
I know. We're going to like mess up how we do our
Pokemon
spells.
Go, I'm going to be tapping urgently to skip the animation in this thing.
So, yes, it is going to be a lot more walking than others. It's not as group friendly. There's not really anything like with wizarding challenges going on for this community day. It is kind of more like a solo or a romantic weekend getaway community day.
Middle of December, the weather might not be ideal for all people to walk a lot. So
yeah, we are going to be.
If you have cold rain or snow or a blizzard.
We will be bundled up in Asheville, North Carolina.
I'm sure it'll be nice for Southern Hemisphere folks.
I know it. Hey, this is a great time to go visit Wizard Way Chris in Florida. I'm sure that she would love to see you. Okay, so more of the stuff about Community Day. So I already mentioned the special 1 kilometer Portkey portmanteaus. What I didn't mention is when they'll be colored, so you know to pick them up as opposed to regular ones. And they're going to reward Fortress exclusive foundables. So if you pick up a blue portmanteau, it will have the Abraxan winged horse. And if you pick up the silver portmanteau, although Phases says it's a little bit more gray than silver, it will reward the Hagrid's Hut foundable. So that should make it even easier to proceed your page if you've been working on those Fortress foundables. There will be spell energy on the map. Tonic for Trace Detection Potion will have a higher chance of showing Hagrid, baby Norwegian Ridgeback, also known as Norbert, or Norberta, once they found out that she's actually a female dragon, and Buckbeak. So that's a great potion to have 6 of before Community Day so that you can be using it the entire time. Also, there's more. Brufia's Brain Elixir is going to give out 3 times the usual Wizarding XP. So it's normally double. This time will be triple. So my hot tip for y'all is to hold on to your extravagant gifts that give out 500 XP, because if you open them with a brain elixir going during community day, you will get 1500 XP per extravagant gift. And since you can only open 10 gifts a day and you're probably getting more than that, you can easily just open all of your regular gifts for the next week and slowly accumulate your extravagant gifts.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, you can get 15,000 XP.
Yeah.
If you open all 10 extravagants. That's
pretty awesome. Like,
that's a chunk.
That is a lot of XP all at once. Yes, at least the Carolinas aren't terrible. Like, we don't have snow and stuff. And at least community day, we're still going to be in the South, even though we'll be in Asheville, which is not.
Asheville is potential snowy.
Asheville is like potentially snowy. But at least we're not going to be in Ohio for community day.
In fact, hopefully it doesn't snow on the way there or the way back.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind there being snow on the grounds. Biltmore would be like extra pretty with snow on the grounds, but we do not want to drive through the mountains in the snow.
Yeah, especially I do not have ideal tires for snow driving anymore.
Not anymore. We used to live in Ohio, which is where we're going for Christmas. But we got rid of our winter tires because we live in Georgia now.
Yeah. In fact, I usually go summer only tires now.
Pittsburgh is cold. We spent a weekend there in December 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Comic-Con, we met some of our favorite Star Trek actors. Yeah, we are nerds outside of Harry Potter. Like, Harry Potter is not our only fandom.
One fandom. It is a big fandom, but it's not the only fandom.
Yeah. Well, Harry Potter is my one true fandom, but I also am a little bit of a Trekkie and a Star Wars person. Also up in Disney Princess, in case y'all hadn't figured that out by the fact that I do like pink and sparkles and everything. Yeah, I'm sure that Pittsburgh is cold right now.
Yeah, my best friend's in Pittsburgh. Unfortunately, he doesn't play Wizards Unite. He plays Pokemon Go every once in a blue moon. But
yeah, Pittsburgh, if you end up ever watching this.
Shout out. Yeah.
He's never going to watch this. Okay, a little bit more about Community Day specifically. There will be a free store pack. So with that, you get 2 silver keys and 1 potent stimulo potion. So those, of course, will help you get those severe and emergency traces, and also help you unlock more port keys and stuff. Which, speaking of like saving things, I mentioned saving the extravagant gifts. You should also obviously save your longer port keys. So if you have any 5K or 10K port keys, wait until the event starts to put your silver keys in them.
Well, and the half distance applies to when you put the key in it, right?
Yeah.
So you probably want to save the 5 and 10s for like the end of community day so that it's reduced at that point, and save the 1Ks for doing during the community.
Well, I mean, your gold key, you're going to constantly be doing the 1 keys with. I would say, you're going to use your silver keys on the others anyway.
And depending on if you have a lot of silver keys and you want to get a whole bunch of.
That does depend. I guess he has way more silver keys than I do. So we would maybe have a different strategy going into this. I'm mostly going to use my gold key.
I'm just saying, if you're going to use the silver keys and the 5 and the 10, you just have to do it before the end of the event. You don't have to do it like immediately when the event starts.
Right. And then you can, like, if you don't plan on walking a full, 5 kilometers on community day, then you can, do it later. Yeah, they're going to be 1K port keys, but with the reduced distance, they're essentially half a kilometer port keys.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
If you started during the community day.
If you started during the community day. And then if you just happen to have more 1Ks that you didn't walk during community day afterwards, they'll be 1 kilometer. So not bad. Texas, what is Texas like right now? It's probably
nice. I mean, Texas is a big place. There's probably snow in some parts of Texas, and it's probably like 80 degrees in another part of Texas.
That is quite possibly true. I know. When were we last? You were in Texas earlier this year, Houston.
Yeah, I had to go to Houston.
Yeah, it's been a while since I have been to Texas. We went to Austin last year.
Yes.
And it was
cold and rainy.
It was cold and rainy. Like, we got there and everyone told us that the day before it was, sunny and in the 70s or 80s. And then we were there for a week and it was rainy and gray and cold.
And then we left right as the Formula One race started.
Yeah, well, that's why we got really cheap flights.
That's true.
So, okay. Let's see what else I have to share with y'all. Oh, so we're gonna have tasks, like a little quest line. So this is just a single set of tasks. If y'all remember from the last community day, they were like 4 sets and you had to complete 1 set to unlock the second one. That's not the way it is this time. It's just going to be a single set of tasks. So it's unlock 5 Portkeys, return 3 Hagrid foundables, return 5 Buckbeak foundables, return 10 Care of Magical Creatures foundables, and use 1 Brufio Brand Elixir. And if you do all of that, you will get 3 spellbooks and 40 gold. So I know a lot of people were upset about there not being spellbooks for this brilliant event going on right now, but you can get 3 spellbooks by participating in Community Day. So that is pretty nice. Also 40 gold. 40 gold is pretty good. Fort Hood, I don't think I've been there. I've only been to Austin, San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas, which are those like the 4 biggest cities?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only been to the 4 biggest cities in Texas. So we actually got married in San Antonio. So, what else do I have to share with y'all? Okay, so I have some tips, and all of these are in my article on the Hub if you want to go read it later. But they are mine. I did write the article, so. For the next week, if you're doing wizarding challenges, use your Care of Magical Creatures runestones. That way you can be working towards your Hagrid's Hut and your Abraxan winged horse and get closer to prestiging that page. It'll make it easier on Community Day to prestige the page and start over. It'll be great. As usual, you should probably have a lot of spell energy before Community Day starts because we are dealing with high, severe, and emergency foundables. Those do take a lot of spell energy to complete. I also just remembered a tip that I forgot to put in my article, so I will edit it after dinner. Potions. You want to have a good stockpile of potions. You want to have a Stimulo potions. I recommend focusing on strong because the ingredients are not rare. They're pretty common. And it will only be 4-hour brewing time. You will mostly be wanting to use strong or potent Stimulo potions for the severe and emergency foundables, which are the winged horse which are Buckbeak and Hagrid. You also will want to have 6 brain elixirs, so you can have a brain elixir going the entire time, and 6 tonic for trace detection potions because they will show more of Hagrid and Norbert and Buckbeak. So you want to use that the entire time. You'll also want to have some dawdle drafts because, again, like Hagrid is an emergency and Buckbeak is a fear. So especially, try it a few times with the strongest Stimulo potion and see how hard it is to return it. But you might want to be using dawdle drafts in order to return those, especially after you've prestiged the page and you need more Hagrids to get to silver. Or to gold if you're like already on your bronze page. I'm still on page 1 because I've only seen Buckbeak 3 times.
Never mind the challenge one.
Right, the challenge ones. Although I've been working on that for a while because I'm almost done with the bottom page, and so I just need a couple more puffskins. If you're playing with other people, that is a great use of doing dark detectors. Like each of you can, donate a few to the cause and work together to attract more rare traces.
But bear in mind, if you're going to be doing a lot of walking to take advantage of the Portkey distance, it may not be ideal unless you've got a loop for the.
Yeah, if you have a good loop. Like when we play at the outlets in Dawsonville, we have 2 different loops. One is a spell energy loop, so that one's a little bit shorter. And then the other is the traces loop when we're trying to get foundables. But like during those, we'll pass the same ends multiple times in 30 minutes. So dark detectors are helpful then, since they produce a new foundable about once every 5 minutes. So if you have a loop where you are going to return to an inn about once every like 5 to 10 minutes, then that would be good use of dark detectors. So yes, good job, Cooper. That's awesome. I did 5 wizarding challenges today just to get through like that part of the brilliant event. But otherwise, the last time we did them was during the meetup. Was that during the last brilliant event?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of the end of it.
Yeah. So we did a meetup in Dawsonville, Georgia, a week or 2 ago with some local players, and that was kind of the last time that I grinded challenges. And he got after me for using like a level 3 care of magical creatures runestone when we were doing Dark 5. But I was like trying to go through all of my care of magical creatures runestones to get this Puffskins. So anyway, all right, that is all that we have about Community Day. So does anybody have any questions? It is literally in my article, which I've already published. The only thing I have to add to the article is the tip about dawdle drafts because I forgot about that. So.
And it's not necessarily essential.
Right, it's not, yeah.
I'm sure it'll be common if one departs on you, but.
I would just have some on hand in case Hagrid is really hard to return. I don't know.
I think Hagrid's in the wild has been fairly easy to do in the past. Like, I remember them being.
They don't depart, but they still take a lot of spell energy.
Yeah,
but I guess I haven't seen.
That was like the one that they first introduced to you to, like.
Buckbeak is pretty hard though. Buckbeak's is severe, and
is definitely going to be the hard one.
Like I've seen Hagrid more than I've seen Buckbeak, and you only need the Hagrid for the first page, like one Hagrid for the first page, and you need like.
Which you got like with the tutorial.
Right. So, excuse me, y'all, digesting contrast. It's really unpleasant. I have to drink contrast for the MRE, so it like lights up my organs, I guess, so that they can see what's going on, and it's unpleasant for an entire day. Anyway, that's what's going on right here. If you like hear me awkwardly burping during this, like, hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't feel great. But that's it for Community Day. I don't see any questions from y'all. I'm looking.
Have an NDA, so this is the first time hearing about it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I do have other MDA stuff that I'm looking forward to sharing with y'all whenever I'm allowed to. So,
if you want to get me in there, I'll sign anything.
Well, if I created an actual company and then made you an employee, my NDA covers my employees. I don't have employees.
I mean, I already get press passes as your assistant.
Yes. So when I apply for press passes, I either call it my assistant or my photographer. Since we don't have the same last name, it's not at all obvious that he's my husband. So that's just another reason not to change your last name when you get married. I'm just saying. Okay, I think we're good.
I do get my value in as the assistant though.
Because you take lots of pictures?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And carry all the stuff. And
he carries all my stuff. Yeah. He has a lot of experience. He was an Instagram husband for many years. And now he's a YouTube husband. Is that a thing? He's my YouTube husband.
Huffle
husband. It covers everything. He's a Huffle husband. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got for y'all. So we're gonna go have dinner now.
Food.
We have leftover tacos from dinner last night. So thanks y'all for joining us in the live stream, and if you're watching the replay, thank you for watching us ramble about Community Day and about Crohn's disease. That's just like who I am all the time, and I appreciate you. And so give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to it because I really want to hit 600 subscribers by the end of 2019. That is my goal, and I am really close. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And follow me on Twitter. I'm HP Witches Unite. I'm also HP Witches Unite on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'm very active on all 3 channels, and I usually do not post the same thing on all 3 things.
And
so,
you can follow me on Twitter if you want, but I post a lot of random stuff.
He posts random stuff, whereas I created all Harry Potter exclusive channels so that you don't get my other random thoughts, which are shared on other social media platforms. You can find those if you want, if you really want to know how I feel about everything.
Yeah, you can follow 17 more Twitter channels.
Okay, I only have, wait, I have to count. Hold on.
Oh, not yet. We gotta end the video. We'll be here all night, folks. I gotta eat.
Okay. Thanks y'all for watching. Until next time. Au revoir, witches. And now I'm
This
gonna
is
keep.
the awkward part.
This is where I keep smiling and I look to my computer to end the stream. Yes, confirm.